Okay, guys, let's talk about it. Of course, Zuchu continue to give us eye service, and of course, with eye service, we develop lip service, and with a little bit of yapping syndrome. So, okay. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about because people continue to talk about Zuchu and her outfits. Of course, in my opinion, it's not giving because of the person who is rocking them. Okay, I'm not saying the person who is rocking them doesn't look good. Zuchu is a very beautiful woman. It's just that she's not confident. She's too careful of how she's walking. She's too insecure. She's always putting her hands on the pocket, covering the belly. You know, you're supposed to rock an outfit. An outfit is not supposed to define you. You define it. The confidence that comes out of you is what makes your outfit represent what it's supposed to be representing. Okay, like I said in the past, I'll say it again. I feel like if Zuchu could have came out with the belly and some nice beautiful clothing which could have been flaunting her beautiful baby, but because it's obvious Miss Mama is pregnant, it could have had, you know, some comment here and there, because yesterday they brought in Diamond. Since the beginning of the this masterclass, of course, the only medias are posting Zuchu's pictures just for the people to talk about Zuchu's outfits and how her belly looked, but not what was being said there. They're focusing more about Zuchu and what she was rocking. And of course, I also noticed that the only time it trended when Ray Vani went there and discussed about what he said about Diamond. And of course, also yesterday it only trended because of what Diamond said, and a lot of people felt like Diamond was taking shots at Harmonize. So as you can see, Zuchu is trying in so much for this masterclass to be all about that, and her revealing what is obvious, not to take away from that, but it's obvious that people are not even paying attention, honey. There's too much, you know, people are too much distracted. There's too much distraction in the air that but probably, you know, people who are supposed to hear the message are in the wall, so he doesn't care, or she doesn't care what people are saying on the internet. There's a clip, because you all know that Diamond was there yesterday. The Diamond was talking about the commentators and of course the bloggers, and that video is really going viral. People felt like he was taking shots at Harmonize.
But they watching her already, yeah, the industry scared of me, and I'm very happy about it. You ain't gotta worry about it, cause you already scared of me. I'm Drizzy. Y'all be mad at that.
Woo! Lord of mercy. So with that being said, I think, in my opinion, of course, the reason why Diamond say that is because there've been these commentators and bloggers who would criticize someone. Of course, recently it was Harmonize who was complaining on how there were some bloggers and commentators who were being paid to give him bad reviews. Of course, he meant Diamond was doing all this behind the scene, and Diamond was trying to say, in order for you to be successful, you shouldn't worry about what commentators and comment section is saying. You'd rather should take it and look into it, because most of the time when they're telling you something, it's because they saw something, but their delivery probably is the wrong way. But look into it deep, and according to Diamond, he's saying he do take his comment section, of course, commentary seriously, and he will decide on which one to use and which one not to use. It's just that he doesn't like to do commentary, or rather to go back and forth with bloggers and commentators, right? So, yeah. Tell me how y'all feel about it down on the comment section. Yeah. One thing I know about commentators, or rather blogs, once you've decided to take whatever they're saying personal, if you are a celebrity, they will use that to get even more views. Because once you've reacted to something, then it becomes a news, right? So with that being said, let's talk a little bit about Zuchu, right? So Zuchu is being criticized for working with other presenters but not Wasafi presenters, mainly ALIYAH. So there's a blogger who made comments about Zuchu working Nina and not ALIYAH, right? So there was a lot of comments on the comment section. Of course, people recalling that Zuchu has never even done interview with The Switch when ALIYAH was there, or even Diamond haven't appeared that over there. And there was a lot of talks, you guys. Some started saying things like The Switch have turned into like a gossip radio station. They don't really be professional about, what they say over there. To some extent, I agree, the professionalism in most of these TZ media houses is on the gutters, okay? So this blogger posted this saying in a quote, nimeamini kweli Zuchu ana beef na ALIYAH, akaona bora ampe shavu Mena Ali kuhost masterclass yake. Hawa beef lao ni nzito, tena zito kweli. Mwanzoni niliona hilo nikasema labda ALIYAH kuna day atapewa, lakini mpaka leo day 4 hakuna kitu. Lord have mercy. So this blogger was basically trying to say that it seemed like the beef between Zuchu and ALIYAH is real. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if you've been in the internet, you know what's going on. There's been allegations that Diamond had a baby with ALIYAH. ALIYAH was with Diamond first. Zuchu was hosted with ALIYAH. Zuchu stole Diamond from ALIYAH, even though I believe you can't steal a man. And so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? The last time that ALIYAH interviewed Zuchu, it was so awkward. It was so obvious that something was off. It was during Trace Awards. Was it last year, if I'm not mistaken? And it was so obvious that something was going on. So they've never done it again. And here were some of the interesting comments. So this person said, hata kama mimi ALIYAH siwezi kumruhusu Zuchu ni mhost, nikikumbuka mtu niliyekaa naye kwangu ameniona wakati natembea na Diamond, akambeba yeye, naanzaje to Manasweli listeners. This person is basically saying that if I was ALIYAH, I couldn't even agree to do that, because Zuchu saw when Diamond and ALIYAH was messing with each other, whether it was private or not, but she definitely saw some things for Zuchu to turn around and be with Diamond. According to her, she's saying that if she was ALIYAH, she wouldn't do it. Another person said, da wewe mshamba huelewi kitu, huyo Mena hamfiki hata robo ALIYAH kwenye hosting. Of course, there were some people who were saying things like ALIYAH's show, that she has on Wasafi, it's just a gossip show. ALIYAH is not half talented as Mena. And of course, there were ALIYAH fans who were saying that ALIYAH is equally talented, even more than this lady. And in my opinion, I've listened to both of them. Right? I've listened to both of them on some serious notes, and I can tell that they're both very serious presenters. Mena is good. ALIYAH is good. It's just that Wasafi is hindering her potential, in my opinion. I feel like if she can find some very serious place, that lady's sky is the limit for her. Another person said, wewe wacha ushabiki. Unajua ALIYAH ni mtangazaji mkubwa, sema wanashabwana. Oh my God. So a lot of people who are disagreeing basically were saying the real reason why Zuchu ain't gonna give ALIYAH that chance to appear is because of ALIYAH apparently messing with Diamond also at the same time as Zuchu. Another person said, mbona msishangae Diamond mwenyewe kutoenda kuhojiwa na The Switch na wale kwa event yake juzi ALIYAH kuhost, ila mshangae Zuchu kumpa nafasi, kwani yeye na Zuchu. Lord have mercy. I ain't even go further with this. All I know is something is definitely going on. The last time we saw Zuchu and ALIYAH, it was awkward, and I don't think those two are cool. It's obvious that those two are definitely not cool, in as much as None of them want to come out because of the interest, you know what I'm saying, at hand. But one day we'll get to know what will happen. Anyway, keep it classy, stay messy. But you never know. Probably later on she will. I don't know how long that masterclass is going to last. But for us, it's just we're just watching. Okay, keep it classy, stay messy.